It is time for the show that speaks to the idiot in all of us. Whether you're in your car, your truck, on your tractor, or in a big rig, you are now part of the Southern Symposium. If you're in the garage sipping whiskey while hiding from your wife, you are now part of the Southern Symposium. If you're putting a lift on your mud truck, you are now part of the Southern Symposium. If you have one earbud in while the boss is yelling at you in the other, you are now part of the Southern Symposium. Now here are the jack wagons of the Southern Symposium.
That's right. You got another episode of the Southern Symposium. I'm your host, DB.
That's a DB.
And my co-host over there, my white buffalo, my sickly looking angry troll, almost scary looking viper.
You know how you always tell me, like, whenever I turn the camera off, you ask me what I'm doing?
Yes.
Today might not be a good day for that, unless you really want to know stuff. Just so you know.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, you're trying to get, looks like you're trying to give a little show there. It looks like you got a couple extra buttons unbuttoned on your shirt.
Well, I have been, whatever the sickness is causing a rash.
Really?
And sometimes I have to I had to go get some anti-itch spray because I will just start itching like crazy, and I had to.
The heck did you catch, dude? And who did you catch it from?
I don't know, but as soon as I can figure it out, they're getting a nasty letter.
Did you go to the wrong bar? Did you make a right at Albuquerque instead of a left?
I've got like skin crabs.
Now I know right now the pollen, those little bitty little things that I think they're called pollen bugs, are insane right now. So do you think that you just got bit up by a bunch of pollen bugs?
Who knows? I do know at one point it looked like I got bit by something. But they ruled that all out. I got some sort of ick.
Yeah. Oh, so you actually went to the doctor. So you're not a man.
Yeah. So you know when I go to the doctor, it's yours.
Wow. Hello, Miss Candy. Hello, Miss Laura. How you doing? So, I actually had a video that I really wanted to play tonight, but I can't play it because for some reason, even though I sent it to myself an hour ago, it's not coming through. How come if I send something to my cell phone from a computer, it's there almost instantly? But if I send something from my cell phone to the computer, like, cause I need to look it up on the computer email to download it.
Yeah.
Video I've edited. Now, if I do it the opposite direction, I get it. But if I do it, like, for whatever reason, my email on my cell phone updates quicker than the email on my computer. What sense does that make?
Why don't you send it to me and let me send it to you? See if it pops right up.
I don't know. See, I think it's just the email in general.
No.
For whatever reason on the computer is not updating. Like it doesn't update like it should. Like if you send an email to me right now, I may not get it till the end of the show. And I sent this one to me an hour ago and it still hasn't popped up. I don't understand. I don't get it. It's troublesome. It's bothersome.
I think your wife told me that about you one time.
That I'm troublesome?
No, that it just won't pop up. She doesn't know why.
I see we got jokes today. Are you heavily medicated today? Is that why you got jokes today?
Oh yeah, I am medicated because without the medication, Viper would still be in his chair.
Really?
It is that bad. I even had a tough time coming over here to turn on the show.
Wow. Yeah, because I still can't figure out why I have to send you a link to the show when you're an administrator and can just literally log in and click a button. I still can't figure that part out.
See, what happened was in the past when I tried to do that, I would be here going, "Where's DB? Where's DB? Where's DB?" And then you would say, "Well, I'm on here," and you going in somewhere else.
Hey, how's it going, Jose? Yeah, so yeah, you're a jackass, and we all know it. And but that's okay. I still love you. I still love you. And but I really wanted to play that video. We'll get to, hopefully it'll pop up in a little bit. But so one of my friends sent me a picture of him polishing his headlights. And stop. That is not a euphemism for something else.
His headlight.
Is that what we're going to start calling it now? I'm polishing my headlight. We got
Instead of hitting the snooze.
We got whack-a-mole. We got hit the snooze, and now it's polishing my headlight. Yeah, unfortunately, Jose, I still am a little bit of a Mountain Dew man. Not as much as I used to be, but yeah, I've backed off on those quite a bit. So I thought, well, heck, dude, my car's old and paid off, and my headlights are so dingy that when I turn them on, it doesn't actually look like I turned my headlights on. And most of the time when I'm going to work, it's dark. So I need headlights. So I was like, well, no, I think I'm going to get me one of them polishing kits. Is my story that bad?
Yes.
But it was amazing how well it did. Like they almost look brand new. And I saved
Really?
myself a couple $100.
Sweet.
Because if I would have bought headlights, new headlight covers, I think they're about $1.50 a piece.
Whoa.
And the kit I bought, I think, was $32. Now you're literally sanding your headlight covers.
Yeah.
But dude, it turned. I was astonished. It motivated me so much that the fog light bulbs that I've had in my glove compartment for the last 2 years, because one of my fog lights was blown, I decided to go ahead and change my fog lights while I was at it.
I have never, ever in the history of any time ever used a fog light.
It just gives you more
How to
light.
get them to come on.
It just, like, the fog lights don't necessarily like project more forward as they do outward. So I can see more in like the sides of the road and stuff.
So is there a switch that says fog light on it? Because I have never seen one. And I don't know how.
You should have a button. That's what mine is. It's a button. And it doesn't say fog light. It's like it looks like an old style light, like a round light pointing down, like with the light showing like it's pointing downward. And it's usually over there on next to your knob that you turn your lights to auto, to manual, that switch. How long have you had this car and you haven't found that?
I haven't found it on any car.
What?
Ever. That I can think of.
Does yours have fog lights?
There's some orange lights when I look in it.
No, fog lights are not orange. That's your normal turn signal lights and stuff. They would be down at the bottom in your bumper.
No, I don't think I have fog lights. I don't think I've ever had them then.
Then you wouldn't have a fog light button. If you don't have fog lights.
Have that button.
You would not have that button. Baking soda coat fixes the brightness of the headlights. See, if I would have known that, I could have did that. But it's like when I started sanding on it, because I had it in a drill. When I started sanding on it, it was like yellow. It was so dingy. It was bad.
That baking soda and Coke or baking soda and cocaine? Because that could be a little expensive.
I think it's regular Coca-Cola there. Maybe you need some of that to wake you up. All that yawning you're doing. Absurdity.
Dude, I have been asleep since Sunday. I turned on the race. And here's the weird thing. When I messaged everybody that, congratulations, Laura, you won.
Yes.
I thought it was Monday night at 6 p.m. And I was like, okay, now it's 9 p.m. Why is it still daylight outside? And I had such a weird, so then I had to turn on my security camera. I'm like, dude, it's daylight outside.
What did they give you?
I
What
don't
did they give
know.
you? That's got you so jacked up. See, she said Coca-Cola. What's got you like? Because literally, you sent me. I was actually concerned. Most of the time, when you send me ramblings in a text message, I'm not
Yeah,
overly concerned because that's just you being stupid. But
right.
this one, I was a little concerned when you says, "Dude, it's 9 p.m. and it's still light out." No, dude, I'm
I
at
was
work right
jacked
now. It's
up,
9 a.m.
but I ended up finishing watching the race. Well, fast forwarding it because it was extremely boring. And then I got to the end, and then I think I went back to sleep. Slept until the next day,
Wow,
getting up just to go pee or whatever.
wow.
Check on little fella, make sure he was still active.
So,
Little Viper.
which one are we talking about here? When
Well,
you say
you
little
know.
viper, which no, I don't know, and I don't want to know. Be honest, we're just going to skip that one and keep right on going. So basically, while you were sleeping, I was probably riding on a carousel in a mall.
In a mall?
In the mall, yes, there the what is it? The Citrus Park Mall in Tampa has a carousel inside of it. And if the grandbaby wants to ride the carousel, guess what the grandbaby gets? Goes on the carousel. Well, she said that you got stoned and missed it. She goes, Miss Laura says, well, I watched the WrestleMania all weekend and I switched over to the race to see who was winning. And then Miss Katie says, Viper, you're looking smaller in your space. Yeah,
Thank you. I
you
have
keep
been getting smaller.
you if you keep getting smaller, you're gonna have to use me as an anchor, not the other way around.
You know, that's another one of my theories of how my timeline Viper has gotten mixed with the other timeline Viper.
Okay.
You know, I've got the better vision. My vision is better now.
All right.
Back to where it was about 7+ years ago.
Okay.
This Viper can lose weight without even trying. So something is
Oh,
really jacked up in this timeline.
so do you think you have because you think you're jacked up in this timeline because you just forget to eat is why you're losing the weight, and you think you are because you got a brain eating amoeba?
Now that could be true. Or
And it's just
one of my jokes have come back to haunt me. Like whenever they get the cure for cancer, I'm going to get me some cancer to lose weight.
exactly something like that. Oh my lord. Yeah, I can't believe I was on a carousel, dude. I would have never thought in a million years that you would have got me on one of those. I don't even remember riding one as a kid. A carousel.
You were probably never a kid. I feel like you were never really a kid.
Why would you say that?
I have a feeling you were this little dude who thought he was an adult from the time he was 6.
I probably was more responsible and more mature than kids my age. Yes. Yes, and that was just because the way I was raised. I mean, it happens. I mean, some of us get to play and others, like
Had to
me, don't.
work. Yeah.
Yes, but that's okay. That didn't bother me. I'm still fine with it.
Yeah.
And I still got to run down a rock road barefooted and it not bother me. And I'm kind of sometimes like you. If I have like a grain of sand on my foot walking on the floor, I'm like a crippled. I got to get it off. It's so irritating. Even though I used to run down a gravel road as a kid with bare feet and it not
Yeah.
bother me a bit. Help me make sense of that.
Well, I can
Got
walk
small.
outside barefoot without a problem. It's any kind of hard surface that has a little bit of sand or a bit of dirt or dust, and my brain goes nuts.
Really,
Hmm.
really. So Mr. Martin says the frosted side of Viper is losing weight and seeing clearly now. Time to get on the carousel with DB and company. That may revert you back to your mini wheat side, though. Viper to get on the carousel and it looked more like a wobbling top instead of a regular carousel.
I'd be on a humpback horse.
It'd be a swayback stallion. Oh, how did that horse get broke? Viper got on it. But yeah, so the video I was trying to get is Miss Candy sent it to me, was the principal. So did you see the story? And I know you've been in the bed a lot, but did you see the story? It was sometime last week where a former student went into the high school and was going to shoot it up, and the principal tackled him.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Now in the CCTV, you know, you can't tell, we're going to say, maturity of the principal, because I mean it's closed caption television. It's grainy. It's not all that great.
Right.
Well, they crowned him king of the prom king.
Yeah.
To celebrate him saving people's lives. Dude, this dude has to be in his 60s at least. If not older. I mean, he looked like he was spry. Don't get me wrong. And apparently he also got shot in the leg with this altercation with this dude.
Whoa.
But dude, he came out of his office like a linebacker. And I thought that was really cool. I know we talk about ridiculous stories, but we have to talk about this guy and celebrate this guy for taking a bullet, you know, because not many people would run towards that.
Right.
I pray that I would have that courage, but I don't know if I would.
I think you would.
You think I would? I don't know, dude. I hope I would.
There's a part of you that's going to say yes, and then there's the other part that's going to say wife, grandbaby, at another place, and then you're going to think that through. But yeah, you're right. Who knows how fast all of that's going to go through your mind about what if everything goes sideways.
Yeah, so I guess it all depends on who's there.
Right.
Is I think, because I'm going to think about this logically when I do it. Now, if I'm not going to think about it, if I'm just going to use my heart, I'm running towards the person because I want to save people. I don't like to see people in pain. But if I thought it rationally, it's like, well, nobody actually in my family's here. Do I risk the stability of my family for people who will forget my name in 2 weeks? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would not send me a text message in 2 weeks if I wasn't here.
Right.
So I don't, dude. I'd hope I wouldn't let my mind talk me out of doing the right thing.
Right.
I guess you could say.
Right.
Because my heart would definitely run toward my heart would definitely try to save people. There is no doubt. My brain may tell me something else.
See, if Viper were in that situation, he would be a concealed carry principal, and I'd be able to eliminate the situation rather quickly.
That's true.
And I
but
would do that to save other people. Yes.
Oh yeah. But I can't remember what state it was in. That may not be allowed.
Right.
And if he ever gets caught with something like that on him, you know, his career is done. His pension is done. So
yeah.
So that may not be an option for him. So, but yes, I'm glad they celebrated him. I'm glad that the kids were. I wish I had the video to play it. I mean, even the kids were cheering. You know, it's a lot of times it's hard to get kids to cheer for an adult.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like everything an adult does, they're so stupid. They don't understand. So for them to actually cheer and celebrate this guy is also astonishing as well. I commend them for that.
Yeah.
Now, it didn't say anything about the prom queen. Did they share a dance? Did the principal and the prom queen?
He just made it so bad so quickly.
Well, I mean, if she's a senior and she's 18.
Oof.
That's a gray area
right there. That's cringy right there.
Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. Maybe that's why the rest of the video didn't play. They cut that off.
It could be like a Christian school dance. You have to leave enough room for the Holy Spirit.
Well, what if he says, well, the Holy Spirit's on a diet tonight and he's awfully thin? Oh my goodness. So no, I definitely commend that fellow. It's woo, man. And you periodically see videos of like that. Just they they always say that, well, they get paid to run towards the fire. But
Yeah.
they don't make enough
Yeah.
for them to run towards it. I mean, you got to have that. It's not just because you're getting paid, because cops don't really get paid all that much.
No.
It's more than just a paycheck if you're running towards something like that. It takes
Yeah.
a certain caliber of individual to do that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here, do I have a can you hear that? There we go.
I don't
Is
hear
that even
anything.
working? Well,
Wait,
never mind then. It was claps for the principal.
Oh.
It was claps. All right, let's play a video. You ready?
Yeah.
Is there going to be a would you rather today?
I'll come up with one.
Okay. All right, let's play this video.
I'm a paraplegic from the nipples down. Just going to do a quick video on how I mow the lawn with a push mower.
Wow. See, I'm going to laugh at that because one, it's funny. But two, if I was in his state, I would not be that chipper. I could not make videos about it. I could not. I would be the one on there crying because I am paralyzed from the nipples down. I wouldn't be making jokes about this is how I push mow the yard, being paralyzed from the nipple down, and then wife or girlfriend starts pushing you around in your wheelchair. See, that would not be me. I couldn't do that.
See, I just got my what if.
I'd be
Question just that
wallowing.
quick.
I'd be wallowing in my own sorrow. So nobody would want to be around me because I'd be a total buzzkill.
People already don't want to be around you.
I have noticed, and I'm not going to explain why, but I have noticed the last couple of days of who's actually, I could say my friend, and who actually isn't my friend.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's amazing when certain things happen, you see people's true characters. Yeah, so all that's it. And I'll share at a later date.
Okay. Or we'll be anticipating.
Oh, but yeah. No. But dude, I commend people who are that have things working against them. We'll just leave it at that. It's not a disability, but they just have things working against them that still have a sense of humor, that still try to contribute to society, that still hold down a job. Dude, I would be so just self-loathing.
Bitter?
Am I using that correctly?
Yeah. Bitter?
Oh yeah, I'd be bitter. I'd be a very angry person. I would be just totally miserable. You wouldn't want to be 10 feet near me. I mean, it'd be bad. It'd be bad. It'd be bad. It would be horrible. Because in my mind, I want to do all these things. And I can visualize me doing all these things, but I can't do it. And it's just no.
While you're in the state right now, are you ready for your question? Because it is very similar.
All right. So before we do that, if you could hit that like button, give us that good thumbing and a like, and make sure you search Southern Symposium on Facebook, Rumble, and YouTube, following like our channel, sharing like our videos, get the word out of the Southern Symposium, because on those channels, not only do we do this live, but I've been posting little shorts, and sometimes they're creative. Actually, one of my shorts that I posted today is an actual story we're going to talk about later. But
sweet.
It is a few minutes early, but look, it's time for Viper's Would You Rather. And if it's anything like yesterday, I'm going to come through the screen and choke you. Or last week, I'm sorry. Anything like last week. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so you're on a cruise with you and your wife.
All right, no, it's you better pick something other than that because that's not going to happen. DB is not getting on a boat.
I've seen
I'm
you
not
on a
getting on a
boat.
cruise.
Haven't I seen you on a boat?
Yeah, I'll get on a boat, but I'm not getting on a cruise ship.
Okay,
No.
well, I use the word cruise, but you're on a boat, just you and your
Okay.
wife.
All right.
So nobody else is involved in any of this decision making.
All
There's
right.
an accident. You're on a deserted island with
Okay.
you and your wife.
Yes.
Would you rather be paralyzed from the waist down so you could still conversate with your wife and enjoy that part of it, or would you rather be paralyzed from the waist up where you could still have happy time with your wife but still not be able to move or talk?
All right. So you just mentioned two things. One is the wife doesn't want to conversate with me. And then technically it would probably be a benefit if she didn't have to do happy time. So she would probably want me to be not paraplegic, but totally paralyzed from the ears down. So she wouldn't have to talk to me or have relations with me. For her, it'd be a win-win.
Okay, so what are you picking?
What am I picking? Oh my Lord. Because, well, thankfully I don't have to hear myself speak. Yes, I know I do a talk show, but I don't necessarily have to hear myself speak. I can still write with my toes or other things. If I can get where I need to be, I can use that to write messages in the sand.
You know, now that I think about it, nobody's ever paralyzed from the waist up, are they?
No,
That would
because
be
that's
like
not
if
the way. That's not the way. That's not the way it goes.
I mean, can you visualize walking and the whole torso just like leaned over?
Yeah, you're not going to be. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. You're nervous, but in your fantasy land, the nervous system works that way.
Okay.
In your fantasy land.
So which are you picking?
I'm waist up.
You want to be paralyzed from the waist up?
Yeah, yeah. I don't
No.
necessarily need to. I don't need to talk.
Okay. All right. Now, what if there's a chance that you're going to be rescued and you're going to
How
come
would I
back
eat? How would I eat though?
She's going to have to shove it in your hole. Chew, make your mouth do this.
Or do wait, hold on. Let's really think about this because I wouldn't technically would I be able to swallow correctly? Would she have to baby bird me or would she have to find a funnel and come up from underneath? Would she have to feed me through my undercarriage?
Oh, yeah, because your stomach would be paralyzed.
Well,
You
I
would-
mean, that stuff still works. Like when somebody's paralyzed from the neck down, all that still works. If it's not stopping your heart and your digestion and stuff. But
yeah. So I think you'd have to eat a liquid diet.
wow.
Kind of changes things, don't it? No food.
Yeah. Especially if I have to be fed from my undercarriage. If I have to be fed from my undercarriage, then yeah,
it would
that's
be
not gonna
like
work.
insert tube, pouring liquid. Okay, Viper, blow. And just hope you don't get any backwash.
Yeah, Jose said the same thing. His would want it all the way. Just total paralyzed the whole kit and caboodle. Yeah. I'm sure that's the way my wife would prefer it. Yeah. Hmm. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think any scenario is good. But I would say if I'm struggling just to eat and all that other stuff, and I got to be fed through my undercarriage, I'm doing from. I want to be paralyzed from the waist down. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. So, gosh, dude, why are you coming up with this stuff? It's not as bad as last week ones, but it's pretty close.
I don't remember last week. What did I say?
Well, I'm not going to remind you. It's all good. We're just going to move it right along. We're going to move it right along. All right. So I'm curious. So certain religions, right? you have to show your faith by doing certain things.
Yeah.
Maybe some of them is you know, back in the day, sacrifice an animal. That's how you show your faith to
Right.
whatever God you're sacrificing this animal. Some people sacrifice virgins. You know, that's one of the scenarios. Some people say speaking in tongues is how you are truly connected to your faith. Now, have you ever seen anybody speaking? And of course, now you muted your mic and turned off your camera. Have you ever seen anybody speak in tongues?
Not in real life.
Okay. So I've seen it once. It was weird. It was
I
very
do
weird.
know we had a dude at our church went to one of those places one time, and he was a teenager,
Yeah.
and all he remembers is being led to a back room and said, "Okay, you got to show us you got the Holy Spirit. You need to speak in tongues." And he like didn't know what to do, and he was like, "Lord, get me out of here. I'll never come back." And he remembered that he knew a little Greek, so he
Yeah.
spoke John 3:16 in Greek, and they said, "Well, you got it. Let him go."
Wow. Wow. So I remember one of the churches I went to when I was young. Somebody there started speaking in tongues, and they didn't last very long. I don't remember them leading anything after that. I don't ever remember seeing them again. So I don't know if it was a touring priest or what, but they didn't stay long. So you have that. You have people dancing with snakes. You're showing your religion by dancing with snakes.
Yeah.
So Miss Laura says she's seen somebody speak tongues. Jose says he has too. He said he was born in it. So, and of course you have people dancing with, would you dance with snakes to prove your faith?
No,
Alright,
because
so-
there's somewhere in the Bible that says not to tempt God.
Yeah. So if you were a Hindu,
Oh no.
in order to test your faith, would you drink cow urine?
No.
So in the Himalayan mountains, there's a temple up there in India, a Hindu temple, that in order for you to enter the temple, you have to ingest cow urine. You are not allowed to enter the temple without doing that. I've heard some weird crap in my day, but that's other than the whole sacrifice thing. I get that. That's beyond anything. But if you just take that part out, I think that's weirder than the speaking in tongues or the dancing with the snakes or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Or what is
drinking cow urine?
Or even believing in the whole Scientology deal, all that stuff. Drinking cow urine, that's the only way. So it says people visiting one of the holiest Hindu temples in India's Himalayan mountains must consume cow urine as a test of faith before they are allowed inside. New entry rules for the Gangotri temple in wherever make it compulsory for every visitor to consume, and I guess this is what they call it, panchai.
Panchai?
No, it's something I don't know. Panchagava. I guess that's what they call it. A ritual concoction made of 5 cow-derived products: milk, curd, ghee, honey, and cow urine. There you go. It's like a tea. There you go. It's almost like a tea, man. You got your cream. You got your honey or coffee, and the cow urine is like the tea or coffee. You know. I know I made a short about this earlier. My joke was, how bad is the water at this temple that you resort to drinking cow urine mixture before you drink the well water? Because I have never, ever drank out of the water hose and thought, man, that cow's over there peeing. I think I'm going to go get me some of that. He says they also drink arsenic. Now, I know during COVID that they said that drinking this concoction would supposedly prevent them from getting COVID and also wiping cow dung on them would help prevent them from getting COVID. Did the COVID go, man, that stinks too bad? That's already dead. I can't survive in a host that's already dead, so I can't. Yeah. So, and Jose said he's had cow balls. Okay, Jose, cows don't have balls. You've had bull balls.
That's funny.
And he said he would drink it. No, dude, there's not enough. If they said you will be the most popular talk show host and podcaster and live streamer on the planet, I would think about it. But I probably still wouldn't do it. No, dude. We had cows when I was growing up, but they're disgusting animals. Yes, they literally poop while they eat. I've seen them poop while they're eating. I've seen it happen. It's like they don't. It's like it's like if you're sitting on the throne and you're eating a taco.
Oh,
That's what it's kind of. I mean, that's what it's like. They do their business while they're still eating. Both. It's just. Heck, they do it while the calf is milking. It's like they don't care. It's just whatever. Just a natural thing. All right, let's play you another video.
Приду к тебе за 1000 верст, к тебе за 1000 верст.
Bitch.
Exactly, Miss Candy. Yuck. I'm sure she's talking about the urine, but that there too. That video is pretty yucky. That's. But why would she grab him in that? I mean, I'm assuming that's depicting Trump, but why would she grab it there? I mean, it's like. I think that's a what is that called, a Freudian slip?
yeah.
She really want Donald Trump's winky, and and she's grabbing a hold of it. Oh my goodness! All right, so now I know they come out with these studies periodically, but I guess they've done another one. It says cocaine pollution gives salmon wanderlust. First study on how drugs affect the behavior of fish in the wild adds to concerns about chemical exposure. So does that mean if you ate a salmon, you'll get like a secondary high? Is that what they're meaning? It says, go ahead.
Like a contact high, but through your food.
I mean, if the cocaine's in the salmon, and you eat said cocaine, would you? It's almost like baking weed and brownies. Right?
Wow, it's a fish edible.
Are they allowed to mark the price up on that? They tested cocaine confirmed, and you got to pay like $3 more a pound for that one. But it says long after the high is gone, illegal drugs linger in the environment. Cocaine and its breakdown products, for example, are found in rivers and lakes worldwide. And like children living with secondhand smoke, wildlife in polluted waters, including tiny crustaceans, fish, and even sharks can't help but take up these drugs. Dude, is that why I felt that way the last time I had oysters? Because they're the ultimate filter. I mean, they're that's basically all they do. They filter the water. They filter pollutants out of the water. Is
Now,
that
could you fail a drug test after this?
Wow, I don't know. Less is known about the impact in laboratory studies. Water fleas exposed to cocaine. Now, see what? All right, so let me start this over. Less is known about the impact in laboratory studies. Water fleas exposed to cocaine swim faster, and crayfish will venture beyond their hiding places, a risky behavior in nature. Now, a research team is conducting the first experiment with fish in the wild. The findings published today in the Current Biology show salmon exposed to cocaine and its main byproduct roam more wildly, and it's they're what is it? More not conspicuous.
Suspicious?
No. When you're just out there having sex with everything, what is that? What is that called?
You are being promiscuous.
There you go. That word. So they're more see, I want to say
Promiscuous.
promiscuous. All right. So they are more.
Promiscuous.
Thank you. It is an important and very interesting study, as Mark Servos and one of those dudes that's got a degree at the University of Waterloo, who was not involved. To mimic the effect of living in polluted water, the researchers surgically implanted small devices into 2-year-old Atlantic salmon from the hatchery that slowly release chemicals at a dose equivalent to what the fish would experience in water with relatively high amount of drugs. Well, see, they did it on 2 fish. One group of 35 fish received implants containing cocaine. Another group got implants of some other drug, the main breakdown product of cocaine and often found in water bodies in greater amounts. The third group received control implants with no chemicals. All the fish were outfitted with small tags, so the research team led by behavioral ecologists Jack Brown and Michael Burntram of the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences could track their movements over 2 months. So there you go. So it says, in general, young hatchery salmon tend to explore more often than they are released. As they learn about their new environment, they move around less and less. This is what the researchers observed over 2 months. With a twist, the salmon with drug implants retain more of their adventuresome spirit compared with the control fish exposed to the metabolic something swam as much as 1.9 times farther each week.
Sweet.
So they were constantly just
Getting them going.
So which would be worse, having the breakdowns of cocaine in the water, or everybody peeing out all these energy drinks? That's the experiment I want to see. If you put a capsule in them of, say, Monster or Red Bull, and see what those fish do, then that would be interesting.
It would probably make the salmon going upstream more exciting to watch.
You see them completely clear the waterfall.
Completely clear the bear that's trying to grab them.
Exactly. And see, then you will have to counteract that by giving the bears cocaine and energy drinks so they can jump and reach farther. Oh yeah, Miss Candy goes, wow, think of all the drugs found in the water, all the fish that are exposed. Yeah, I mean, since they're legalizing marijuana, I would think they would want to do studies on that first, or does that break down naturally?
I think that breaks down more naturally.
Because cocaine is more of a processed item, right? And weed's more natural. Well, what about the synthetic stuff that they make? I'm curious what the effects of that is. Because, dude, you can't drive around Florida anymore without smelling it. No matter where. No, I don't smell it as much around where I live. Unless I go through certain neighborhoods. But, I drive into town, Lakeland, Plant City area. I smell it all the time. Driving in the car. Especially if I had the heater on, because the heater will pull air from the outside in. And dude, I'm getting on a contact high just trying to drive down the road, and I know it's the vehicle in front of me because I see the smoke coming out of the crack of the window.
And you're like following him for science. Yeah, I'm just going to keep an eye on this guy and make sure that he's being safe.
I know I should have turned left 3 streets back, but yeah, I mean, there are so many, and all jokes aside, there are so many chemicals that we take as humans nowadays that are getting put back into our water supply, between the narcotics, the painkillers, which, I mean, I get people have to take because they're in pain, and the birth control, all that stuff. I mean, I probably have so much estrogen in my body. That's why I cry every other day nowadays. So, Yeah, dude, this is interesting. I hope they do more studies on this and show, because in Colorado it's like um in Colorado the state that says whatever you do, you do.
I think so.
Like
Yeah.
there's like no regulations on any of that stuff. It's just
Yeah.
have at it. And I'm curious because we're not going to regulate, well, sometimes we do, but nowadays we're not going to regulate something because it's better for us. But if it's affecting them, the fishies, we're going to start regulating it. We would regulate it more quickly because it's affecting a fish than if it's affecting the actual human species,
Right. We don't care about killing humans.
which makes no sense to me whatsoever. Because a lot of people think we're overpopulated and we should be thinned out anyway. So, so there you go. There you go. Any questions that I cannot answer? I guess not.
Yeah. Why am I itchy?
Have you changed detergents?
Not in the last week.
So you haven't changed detergents? You have changed soap, shampoos?
No, this has to do with my spinal injury.
You're itching because of your spinal injury?
Yeah, and the reason why Preston was the one who figured it out. I had calamine lotion one day,
Okay.
just sitting in my underwear, and I looked like I was an orange alien because I was. And he goes, "Dad, you realize that you're itching on both sides of your body at the same time in the same places, like a mirrored itch, like both of my feet would start itching at the same time, or both of my legs, or both of my arms at the same time." He goes, and then he went to explain about spinal injuries can cause that.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
See, like today, both of my feet were just like itching like crazy.
I'm still picturing you sitting in your underwear, smothered and covered in calamine lotion.
Yeah,
And I'm getting a little sick to my stomach.
liar. I could have me a fans only page.
Swanger says we used to destroy narcotics by flushing them down the toilet in healthcare, not anymore. So you're the reason why all the salmon are high.
Right, right.
So so there's salmon swimming upstream, trying to get off of cocaine and having how you have not a relapse, but you're detoxing and you get the cold shivers and you're puking. That's why the salmon are puking in the rivers when they're trying to swim back to their hatching area, because the healthcare system used to flush narcotics down the drain. There we go. Now we know. Now
Way
we
to
know.
go, Ron.
Swanger. All right, let's we want to play your last video. Let's play your last video.
Turn around, and I get a little bit lonely, and you're never coming round. Turn around, every now and then I get a little bit tired of listening to the sound of my tears.
That's not funny, but I'm
That's not
thoroughly
funny.
impressed that how agile he is.
You know, I could do that.
I was like, I don't know if I could do that. I really don't. I was impressed.
You know, when you're that big, you're kind of like a weeble wobble if you get in the right position.
So it's just easy for you to just wobble around the other direction.
Now, the stopping part is what's impressive.
When you get all that inertia rolling, it's hard to, all that momentum is hard to keep. It's hard to stop a boulder rolling down a hill. Yes, I agree. All right. So in Columbus, I think this is Columbus, Ohio, firefighters were reported to a basically like a fueling station, but like not like a gas station that you would normally, like a separate, like a commercial, like a warehouse fueling station or a construction fueling station. All that they may have pumps and silos and stuff to hold fuel, but it's separate. It's not, the public can't get to it. It's not one of those kind of fueling stations.
Right, right.
You understand what I'm meaning? Like if you work for a big company and they have fleets of trucks, they
Right.
may have their own separate fueling station that's
Right.
theirs, that's not connected to the public. Well, that's
Right.
what this guy went to. Well, he was he got fired previous like 3 or 4 days ago.
Right.
Still had the keys.
Oh no.
So it shows him in a Dodge Dakota, unlocked the gate because he still had the keys, and goes in, starts putting gas in his truck, and then I believe a gas can. I'm not reading the story again; it's too boring. So I'm paraphrasing here. So, and at some point he created a spark because when he starts driving, it sparks and flames started on the ground and in the area. So he jumps in his Dodge Dakota to take off. And that's when he noticed, oh crap, the gas can that's in the back of my truck's on fire too.
Oh my gosh.
So then he tries to reverse it. I guess at this point, try to get the gas can out of the back of his truck and try to put out the fire, which he didn't. So he just goes ahead and he just leaves. He leaves, locks the gate back. He takes the time to lock the gate back, ends up causing about $25,000 worth of damage. So, of course, the cops and every firefighters show up, put the fire out. Cops review the closed caption, the security footage and all that, and they think they may know who it is. So they called him into questioning. And they really didn't have to question him too much because he had burned off his eyebrows. And he had bandages where he had burned both of his arms. One was his right hand and his left elbow or something like that. But as soon as he walked in for questioning, and his eyebrows were burned off, they're like, "Yeah, this is the guy."
See, are people just not smart? Because say if that were me, I would
Yes.
have created a scenario where I'm using oven cleaner because okay, I know they're calling me in for questioning, so I got to figure out a way to get past this. I would set off some sort of oven cleaner, obviously catch my oven on fire, call 911. That way I've got a cover story.
So we have you on camera stealing fuel, but then miraculously 30 minutes later you set your house on fire?
Well, see, somebody stole my truck or something. It was gone for a while. I don't know what happened to it.
Oh, poor little fella burned his eyebrows off. He said while removing the fuel, a flash fire occurred, prompting the driver to get into his truck and drive away until he realized something in the bed of his truck was also on fire. The driver then backed the vehicle toward the fuel tanks, causing the fire to spread further. He exited the scene and went south, yada yada, after relocking the gate. And but it says Bush entered the room with burns on his right cheek, singed eyebrows, a burn on his right earlobe, and a large bandage on his right arm.
See, that's where he should have ditched the vehicle, walked back home, reported his vehicle stolen, and then blew up his oven all at the same time.
So if you're still a tank of gas, a Dodge Dakota probably has a 16 to 18 gallon tank. So even at $5 a gallon, you're not breaking $100 bill. Is it worth setting yourself on fire for less than $100? Because it's going to cost you more than that. It doesn't say what his bond is. It just says that he was charged with property damage over $1,000.
Well,
So it doesn't say what his bond is, but
I've been set on fire for nothing. Very similar. Trying to make torches to go out into the woods.
see, you know why I never really now I poured gas on the ground and lit the gas, and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But I never experimented too much with all that stuff because at a very young age is when all those faces of deaths come out, those VHS tape faces of death. And my parents made sure that I watched those so it would terrify me for the rest of my life.
Dude, I remember the first time I watched one of those, I was alone in the house. And I remember as I was leaving, I opened the door and kind of looked and made sure there was no alligators or any kind of people or anything that could get me.
I can't believe as children our parents showed us that stuff. I mean, that's a whole new level. I mean, this is what decades and decades before A Thousand Ways to Die. And
Yeah.
even most of those were silly and cartoonish. It wasn't like real video. The Faces of Death was real video. It was
Yeah.
actual events that happened that were recorded. And
The one that sticks in my head is the one, I guess he was in a congressman or something, walked into the hearing or walked up to the podium and pulled out the gun and put it in his mouth.
That was a bad one. I remember when you speaking of the gator, the dude that lassoed the gator from the boat, and the gator pulled him in and just did a death roll with him, and he drowned.
I think the one I seen was the parachuting guy.
I remember that one too. Now that you mentioned it, I remember that one too. Yeah, it was brutal, dude. Oh my Lord. All right, well, I don't have anything else. I'm good. And I can't wait to share the news in a few weeks.
I know you
that's
can't
right.
see it on my face, but I'm excited for you.
Yes, I appreciate that. But you've been listening to the Southern Symposium. Don't forget, give us that good thumbing and a liking, and search Southern Symposium on Facebook and Rumble and YouTube. You can follow and like our channel, share and like our videos, get the word out of the Southern Symposium, and y'all have a safe and wonderful week, and we will see y'all back here next Tuesday at 7. Be safe.
See you. It was spring break, all the girls, they were really fine, but I had way too much beer, whiskey, and wine. Who is this girl in my bed? And she gives really good head, and it's spring break 09, and we're having a damn good time. Hey doctor, yeah. Why do I have heartburn in my penis? Why does it burn when I pee? Did I do it with a toe? 'Cause I got what's on my weenie. What is gonorrhea? Oh, what is HIV? And why do I have heartburn in my